To news across the world in Gaza and then alarming new warnings about the famine conditions developing as President Trump says the U.S. will send in more food and aid. Matt Bradley has more.
Tonight, as food aid is airdropped into Gaza, people rush into the ocean to grab aid packages that landed in the water. I almost drowned. I only did that for my boy, just to bring him something, said this father. Now an alarming assessment from the world's leading authority on measuring hunger, saying Gaza is enduring the worst-case scenario of famine. Though it's not an official famine declaration, saying 20,000 children were treated for acute malnutrition in the last 3 months. Tonight, President Trump says the U.S. will send food aid.
I mean, they are starving, and you see the mothers, they love them so much, and there's just nothing, and we're going to get them food.
But blaming Hamas for stealing aid.
They send money, they send food, and Hamas steals it.
It comes as the Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry says more than 60,000 Gazans have been killed since the Hamas October 7 terror attack started the war nearly 2 years ago. Hamas doesn't distinguish between combatants and civilians in its death toll. President Trump blames Hamas for blocking a ceasefire deal. And tonight, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu saying, quote, by one path or another, they'll bring home the hostages. Meanwhile, the UN says half the amount of requested aid is successfully entering Gaza. This isn't enough. Children are pale and turning into skeletons, this mother says. They've forgotten what eggs, meat, and fruit are. And the UK announced today that it will recognize the state of Palestine unless Israel agrees to a ceasefire by September and improves the situation in Gaza. President Trump said the UK's move would be rewarding Hamas.